tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Miami Dolphins taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
First and 10, it's Ryan. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
Let's go.
Wilson will throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed? And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL. It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas. No, not at all. Play it all. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry. 49ers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Able to connect with Mims. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Raekwon Davis able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd down and goal. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. McCann's kick up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there. I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Ryan. He's got Smith here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 35 on second down, Ryan. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
McCann for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On third down, Ryan. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. There's Wilson to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catch.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To throw again on second down. Wilson being chased out left. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with a visit. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staff.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Elijah Moore with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. McCann's got it teed up. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ryan's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They run again with Hines and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3, 2. I got it.
To throw is Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Raheem Mostert. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at the time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ryan. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another tote for Carter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
McCann now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. McCann's got it teed up. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now a short one to Gesicki. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Ryan. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now here's a throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Carter. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Carter again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. McCann's got it teed up. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now Ryan on first down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. Ryan. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing again, Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And this is Parker, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, Ryan. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. His first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Ryan. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out come the Jets. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. A give, Carter running right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to